We're back with the budget detailing setup part 4. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I mounted everything up and what we use to mount everything up with. The first things first, you're going to want to go ahead and get some wood boards. Now our wood boards, they're 1 inch thick, they're 6 inches in width, and I cut them to 30 inches in length just because that's the kind of the fitment I wanted on my wall up front. Now you guys can kind of switch the orientation of how everything's set up, but this just worked best for me. We also use these wood boards to protect our sheetrock, so that way if there's any water or anything, it's splashing up on these boards and not directly on our sheetrock. As you guys can see, we actually painted them the same color as the wall, so they're really not even noticed. Also, having these wood boards, it actually lets everything mount and be more secure than it would be directly on the sheetrock. So here is the screws you're going to need to mount your boards to the wall. These are 3-inch screws. I also used a couple 2-inch screws. It's just kind of what I had in the garage at the time. I will actually link these in my link tree and the Phillips head ones in the link tree. But of course the Torx head, it won't strip out as easy as the Phillips will. And then for the hose reel, we actually just used the lag bolts that the hose reel came with, drilled them out, and then just put them in. So that one was pretty easy. On the water filtration system, you can see your holes right here, and I just used some pan head screws for it. That larger head diameter allows it to grab it a little bit better. And if you guys want to use a washer behind it too, that would also help. And then now for the pressure washer, what everybody's been wondering how I mounted this on the wall. So what I did to mount the pressure washer is I actually drilled dead center of all the feet, and there's nothing behind the feet that you're going to hurt. So for the size of the hole, it's going to depend on what screws you're using. So I actually used some of those 2.5-inch drywall screws again, and I just used 4 of them. And then you're just going to drill the holes out the same size as the head, and then you just push this in. So you're going to leave probably about 1 inch out and then 1 inch in the board. And like I said, this has been hanging here for almost a year just like this. I hadn't had any problems out of the pressure washer, and it's never fell on me. So that's kind of the way that we mounted it. You guys might be able to find a better way. Also, a pro tip on this, when you're doing your boards, there might be a gap in between the boards when you mount them on the wall. If you run a line of caulk on here and then paint it, it looks a lot cleaner than if you leave the gaps. So that's it for the part 4 of this build. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please comment down below if you need me to explain anything more in depth than I can do. Maybe a live video or like a Q&A video for you guys once there's some comments down below where I can make a full video out of them. Also, make sure you guys like this video and follow the channel because we got some more exciting builds coming up.